Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial, we're going to be learning how to make this beautiful A-line dress with a stylish sleeve and turtle neckline. If this sounds like something you're interested in, keep on watching and don't forget to subscribe. I want to thank you guys so much for over 900 subscribers. With this said, let's get right into the tutorial. So guys, for this tutorial, I made use of 3 yards of Ankara fabric, a yard of Chantilly net, 1.5 yard of lining and a very long zipper. I have my pattern paper right here to draft my main bodice. The first thing I'll do is to rule half an inch away from this region to serve as my shoulder line. Then from this point, come down by my client's chest line measurements, breast length, under bust, half length, and also full length. I'll mark our chest line at 8.5, breast length 11, under bust 15.5, half length 17.5, and then full length of 37 inches. I'll take this measurement all through and connect together using my straight rule. I'll label the following points: shoulder line SH, chest line CL, breast length BL, under bust UB, waist W, and then full length FL. From the waist to half length region, I'll just determine the hip length. So I will just come down by 8 inches. So 8 inches is the standard. This actually depends on the height of the person. I'll connect these new points together to give me my hip line H. I'll divide our shoulder measurement by 2 and that gives me 7.5. I'll mark it at the shoulder line and also at the chest line. Then I'm going to divide actual bust measurement by 4. Also mark it at the chest line. I'll come down by 1 inch and then I'll connect these 2 points together using my straight rule. Then I'm just going to get half of what I have here and then come in by half an inch. So I'll be connecting these 3 points together, and this is going to give me my armhole curve. Now to work on the neckline, this is a turtle neckline, so you don't need to take in much. For my client, she's quite thick, like she's fat at that neck region, so I'm taking 2.75 for the neck width and then 2.75 for the neck depth. Once I've marked this point, then go ahead to connect together. You can use 2.5, anything, it depends. Now for the back neckline, I also came down by 1 inch for her neck depth measurement, and I'll just connect it all the way to the what we already have at the neck width. Then I'm going to connect these 2 points together using my straight rule to give my shoulder slants. From the breast length line all the way to the full length, I'm going to be marking half of our nipple to nipple measurement, which for me is 3.75. So I'll mark this all the way down. Once you have marked all these points, you connect together using a straight rule. Now to take the dart, you will notice that the dart did not start at the breast length line, it started around the under bust area. So from the under bust area, I'll be coming up by 1 inch at this our nipple to nipple line right here. Came up by 1 inch, and so that's where I'm going to be starting this dart from. Then at the waistline, I'm going to take half an inch at the both sides. And this half an inch at the both sides, I'm going to maintain this all the way to the full length of the dress. So I'll mark half an inch at the both sides at this region. Once you have done this, connect all the marked points together with your ruler, just like you can see me doing. That will be all for creating this dart. At the chest line, from the round bust measurement, I'll come out by 1.5 inches. Then at the waistline, I'll divide her actual waist measurement by 4. Mark the dart of 1 inch and then add 1.5 inches. This 1.5 is for my sewing allowance. Then at the hip line, I'll divide actual height measurement by 4. Replace my dart of 1 inch and then add extra 1.5 inches. And also at the hemline. At the hemline, I'm going to mark what I have at the hip region, but I'm making an extension of 1.5 inches. This is because it is not straight. It kind of flares out. So I'll connect from the bust to the waist to the hip and then to the full length as seen. From the shoulder line, I'm just going to determine how open I want it to be. That is where the net is going to stop at. So later on, I just came up by 1 inch from the chest line and then I'll just be connecting it all the way to the armhole curve, just like you can see me doing. So once you have done this, go ahead to cut out your pattern. So guys, I'm done cutting, and do pay close attention that I only cut the back neckline. I'm also gonna have to cut my yoke. Right here, I'll show you guys how to transfer your pattern to actual fabric. So first you want to do is to fold your fabric together, right sides facing each other. Then where I place my pattern paper, it is 3 inches. Like I left 2 inches space. This is for the turning up part because I'm going to turn this up using lining. At the chest line region, I give 0.5 inches and the armhole 0.25. And the rest of the body, I don't give any stitching allowance because the pattern paper already has sewing allowance inside. You will notice that I deviated a bit. This is because initially I came up by 1 inch at the hem, at the side of the hem, so as to give it this curvy effect. I thought maybe I could manipulate it in a way, but it could not go. So what I'm going to do instead is to just cut it out straight, then I'm going to do the manipulation later. This straight line drawn here is where the length of the dress is to be. Then the extra 3 inches, I just folded it inwards, and then I'm just going to continue cutting it. Now I'm going to notch it at this region here. This is where our lining is going to stop at. Now let's work on the back piece. For this, we're going to be using our front cutout, so it's going to be very easy for us. The only difference is going to be in the zipper allowance. So guys, we'll just go ahead to fold it very well, and I'll just go ahead to place my front pattern. And you can see that they actually blend with themselves pretty well. Now I'm just going to make an extension at the waist region, and then also at the full length region. Now the waist region, after I've made my extension, I'm going to come in by 0.75 inches at that point. This is to eliminate zipper bulge. Now the total width of my zipper is 1.5 inches. Now this 0.5 that I've removed at this point, I'm going to be replacing it. So guys, this new replacement at this side of the waistline, I'm going to connect it all the way to the hip and then to the breast length point like this. So this difference is just for the back. Now with all of this done, I'll go ahead to cut it out, everything exactly the same. Once you have cut out everything, do make sure to notch it like where the actual length is going to stop at the hem region. Bringing my lining, I'll go ahead to cut it out on fabric. The only difference between the lining and the actual piece is in the full length. So the lining is going to be half an inch longer than the actual full length. Whereas the actual full length is at that line that we have drawn and the notched area. So it should just be half an inch longer, and then the rest is basically the same. So I'm just going to cut out the front and the back like this. Now that we're done with the lining part, now we're just going to start sewing everything together. Placing the right sides facing each other, I'm going to join it at this bottom region with half an inch. Now I'll do the same thing for the back pieces also. Having joined it together at the bottom region, this is what I have it looking like. Okay, now the notch areas, I'm just going to pick it up like this, and I'm going to adjust it. So they should align very well at the notched points, and then I'm just going to place them exactly like this on each other. Now we're going to go ahead to sew this up, and you notice that the lining is actually more than the fabric, but that's okay. You can also go ahead to plus check your measurement using the full length of the person you are working with. Okay, now just go ahead to pin this all through, and then I'm going to stitch it. I have my shanty net here folded in two, right sides facing each other. So bringing my pattern paper, I'm going to be giving a zipper allowance of 1 inch to this, and I'm going to cut it out. So cutting it out, I'll give half an inch to this region, a very tiny bit of allowance to the armhole region, at the shoulder line also half an inch, neckline half an inch, and then I'll go ahead to separate this into 2 separate pieces. I'll be modifying this pattern in order to cut out the front neckline. Again guys, fold the shanty net into 2, right sides facing each other. Do not discard the main bodice guys, so you just bring it and then align it together with the yoke also. So we're going to be cutting this together at the chest, like at the breast length region. That is where the length is going to stop, but I'll advise that I can go longer if you want. So guys, I'm just placing this in a way that is going to be easier for me, and I'll just cut this out and then cut the yoke out like this, giving half an inch for the shoulder and then half an inch for the neckline. You can go ahead to weave the lower part. Bringing my back piece, I've gone ahead to join it at the hem region, and then I've taken it up just like I demonstrated we're going to do with the front piece. So I've only pinned it down, I've not yet stitched on it. So bringing my yoke piece, I'm going to be placing them right sides facing each other, and then I'll just take it in like this, using my lining to cover it. I'm going to pin it half an inch at this region to join it together. So I'll go ahead to join it this way and then join the other side also. I'll do this for the both back pieces and make my stitch all through, leaving only the armhole open. Having joined the both of them together, this is what I'll be looking like. So the armhole is left open. Now at this hem region, I'm going to be coming by 1.5 inches at the both sides, and then I'm going to be using my curve rule in order to curve this inwards. So I later measured 3.5 inches for my width, and I'll just go ahead to curve it inwards. Now I'm going to repeat this for all the sides So this is actually optional, but I'm just doing this to give me that kind of curvy effect, that this is only to the side of the dress, not the middle or the zipper allowance. Once I'm done marking, I'll go ahead to create my stitch. So guys, this is what I have it looking like. I went ahead to like notch it, that curved area, and also turn this to the right side through the armhole, and I've gone ahead to iron it very well. So this is what the back pieces are looking like, very neat and nice. Can you see that little effect at the hemline? Yes. So guys, I'm just going to go ahead to bring my front piece also, and at this point I'm going to mark my darts. Do make sure that they are all well equally aligned at both the hem and also at the armhole region. I got my ruler and I'm just going to like mark out my zipper allowance from this point. I also indicated my zipper allowance at the chest line also. I have my pattern paper right here in order to know where the dart is exactly. Placing my measuring tape from 1/2 inch, because we're going to join it up using 1/2 inch. I'm going to measure all the way to the under bust region, and then I'm going to come up by 1 inch because that is where the dart is. Now once I've marked this from this middle, I'm going to also take my nipple to nipple measurement, which is at 3.75. I'm going to mark this all the way down. Then I'm going to connect these dotted points together using my straight wool. What I'm doing now is to transfer this dart to the 3 other pieces rather than remeasuring them again. So guys, right here I have sewn in my darts just like described on the pattern paper. Okay, so 1/2 inch all the way through, and then so that's how I'm just gonna head to sew it, and now I'm just trying to align it together with that of the yoke. So this is what I have it looking like. I'll just go ahead to pin this and then make a stitch on it like this all through. Having joined them both together, this is what I have it looking like, very neat and nice, and this is what it's looking like at the back also. The next thing I'll go ahead to do is to align them both together and then join the shoulders. So just sew it, and then after joining also weave it for neatness. Once you have joined the shoulders together, the next thing is to measure around the armhole in order to cut out the sleeve. So right here I have my chantilly net, and I'm going to make this into a fold of 4. From the tip of this region, which is going to serve as the end of the sleeve, I'm going to come up by 5 inches. Then from that point all the way upwards, I'm going to come up by 22 inches, which is the sleeve length. Now I'm going to measure out. I have my armhole to be 10 inches, and I'll just mark it at this point. At the 5 inches, at the 22 inches line, I'll just go ahead to extend this line and then mark my around sleeve measurement divided by 2 with added extra inches for allowance. Now I'm going to connect these 2 points together. Now at the tip of the hem also, I spread out my fingers and then I measured what I have there, and I have it to be about 15 inches. Now I'm just going to go cut this all out like this. So this is simply how to go about making. I'll go ahead to cut this all out and give 1/2 inch to the tip of this armhole region. So guys, for the tip of this, I purposely cut out the English mount at this point, and I'll just go ahead to trim it. So guys, having gone ahead to fix my sleeves, this is what I have it looking like. I also weaved it for neatness. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to pin it all through, and I've actually done that already, and I'm going to like take all my measurements, all my body measurements. So guys, having joined them both together, this is what I have it looking like. Now you notice that I fixed my zipper, but don't actually do this now. I'm going to take this off and then fix it later when I've attached the turtle neckline. Now this is what the round sleeve is looking like. I've gone ahead to trim it, and then for this yoke right here, I just tacked it inside, like inwards to the lining, so it stays in place. Okay, now let's go ahead to work on the turtle neckline. The first thing I'm going to do is to take the measurement of what I have, take the measurements all through for the front and then for the back. I have this little piece of pattern paper right here, and I'm going to use this to draft my collar. So the first thing I'm going to do is to rule about 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch to serve as the starting line, and I'll just measure any part that seems to be like the middle of this, and from that point I'm going to measure the front part of my neckline. So like what I measured earlier for the actual fabric, I'm going to divide that into 2. So I have it to be about 5.5 inches, and I'm just going to mark it at this point. So mark what you have, half of your front neckline measurement. Then towards the other side, I'm going to also mark what I got for the back. Now from the front on, I'm going to come up by 1/2 inch from this point, and then for that of the back, I'm going to come up by 1/4 of an inch. Then I'll place my ruler this way, and I'm going to connect from the middle all the way to the front, and then from the middle also all the way to the back. So guys, I'll be making an extension at this point of the front neckline. After doing this, I'm just going to bring my shantini net, and I'm just demonstrating like if you have enough to work with, you can make this part of your turtle neckline, but I don't have enough right now to go around the neck. So once you have done this, come up, like take half an inch all through this video like this, and then just take the height of the color that you want. So I want mine to be 1.5 inches, and I'm going to mark it at this point and then connect a slant line all the way to the half an inch dotted line that we have marked here. If you don't understand what I'm saying, kindly pay attention to what I'm doing. After doing this, proceed to take the height of your collar all through. For me, mine is 1.5. Then connect these dotted lines together like this. Then proceeded to mark straight lines as form of extensions from the collar neckline like this, and I made mine to 0.75. So this is for zipper allowance, and then I'm just going to come in by quarter of an inch from the 0.75 mark and then slant it. With all this done, I'll go ahead to cut it out. I'll label the side for the front F and that of the back B. So let's go ahead to cut this out on the net fabric. So I have my shantini net right here. As you can see, it's almost finished. I'm just going to salvage what I can salvage and fold it into two. Give a stitch allowance of half an inch at the both sides and cut two of these out. Now that I'm done, I will stitch only the top of my neckline. I have gone ahead to make my stitch, and this is what I have it looking like. I'm going to turn this to the other side, and I'm going to shift this in a way that I have a back and a front, okay? So the stitch allowance is not going to show because I'll be shifting it inwards like this. So I'll just go ahead to pin it first of all and then sew on it. Having top stitch on it, this is what I have it looking like. I'm just going to trim off the excesses. The next thing you want to do is to locate the middle of your turtle neckline. So just fold it in two like this and then knot the middle area. Also for the main bodice of the dress, you bring it, you measure half of your neckline and also notch it. Then you're going to align both necklines together, both notched areas together, right sides facing each other, and you're just going to sew all through. So you can pin it first of all so it can be easier, and then you sew it all through. After sewing, I'll proceed to weave it. As you can see guys, I've joined my front band and also weaved it for neatness. For the back also, I ironed paper stay in order to stabilize the zip when adding it to the net. If not, it's going to be having bumps. So after doing all of this, I'll just go ahead turning this to the right side. This is what I have it looking like. I've gone ahead to iron the zipper area, also ironed out the hips and everything, and with that we are basically done with this tutorial. If you found it helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, comment and also subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching this far, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.